Let's play these two clips of Al Franken. Again, regardless of whether you think it's a problem that members of the Trump organization have odd relationships with people in Russia, it is a problem that they feel like they can lie to Congress about it, and particularly when they are the chief law enforcement officer in the country. And here's Al Franken exhibiting some of that frustration at the confirmation hearing of Donald Trump's deputy attorney general, because, well, I think as Franken says, there's really no other venue for me to express it, at least official venue.
Of his or her sworn duty to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. But I don't think that's how it works. And in light of Attorney General Sessions' failure to recognize his obligation to this body, I thought it was important for me to make sure that you clearly understand this obligation. And you do understand this obligation, right?
I believe I do, Senator.
Okay. I think Senator Sessions should come back. I think he owes it to this committee to come back and to explain himself. Because he also says in his letter, may I just... I will not, this will be very short. He says, let's see, I did not mention communications I had with the Russian ambassador over the years because the question did not ask about them. I asked him what he would do as Attorney General if it was true that members of the campaign had met with the Russians. So he says, I did not mention communications I had with the Russian ambassador over the years because the question did not ask about them. He answered a question I didn't ask. And for him to put this in his letter as a response is insulting. And he should come back and explain himself, Mr. Chairman. I think he owes that to us. Because this appears to me like he was, and I've bent over backward, not to say that he lied. He needs to come back. I've bent over backward. I have given him the benefit of the doubt, but he has to come back.
And I think his patience, Franken's patience, obviously wearing thin with this. I'm not sure why he was bending over backwards, but that's the Senate collegiality.
Senate decorum. Yeah, I'm not going to be coming back.
I would, but I'm at Mar-a-Lago
I'm
right
sorry.
now.
We got a sort of, it's a meeting of the Gazprom executive board and a certain secret society that I'm a member of. So I'm afraid I won't be able to be answering any of your northern questions, Mr. Franken Jewbergstein, moneylendery.
Al Franken, is that your name?
I'm supposed
And which country did you come from here?
Yeah. More to the point, were you conceived by the Russians? Yeah, I rest my case.
Which shtetl did you grow up in?
Not all anchor babies are dark-skinned, if you take my meaning.
So here is Franken on with Jake Tapper.
Like Tom Davis better.
Just moments later to reiterate basically that same point and maybe take it a step further.
It came out that he had actually met with the Russian ambassador twice, although he said he did so in his capacity as a senator, not as a campaign surrogate. President Trump even went on to say that Sessions, quote, could have stated his response more accurately. Sessions yesterday amended his remarks to the committee, saying that his answer was correct, and that he, quote, did not mention communications he had with the Russian ambassador over the years because the question did not ask about them. What's your response, sir?
That's a ridiculous response. It's not a clarification at all. Of course, the question didn't ask about the Russian ambassador. I didn't ask him. He answered a question that he asked himself, which is, did I meet with any Russians? And he answered it falsely. He said, no, I hadn't. So this response, listen, I've been cutting him a lot of slack. I've been refusing to say that he lied. I've wanted to wait for this letter to come out. It's hard to come to any other conclusion that he just perjured himself.
So you think he perjured himself. What do you think the penalty should be? Do you think he should resign?
I think he should come before the committee and explain this.
Still being pretty gentle. Not even saying to resign, just come before the committee. And that is a great catch. That was the most striking thing. He didn't even lie in response to a direct question. He posed himself
a good question
Yes.
and then lied. But to me, I still can't get over his last comment in his press conference when he said, I heard about the CNN thing, and he expresses that it was the predicate of Franken's question which made him deny meeting with any Russians. In other words, I had intent to not tell the truth because of what I thought was a valid reason not to. And he continued to not tell the truth in his written statement. So even at the end of the press conference, he was like, I wish I had slowed down and contemplated it more so that I wouldn't lie. In his written testimony, he said the same lie, which ostensibly you had a little bit more time to.
I slowed down and I lied there as well.
I type 350 words per minute, sir.
I'm a fast typist. I actually have a boy who does that for me. Oh, spoke too fast again.
Hey, everybody. Sam Seder here.
Donald Trump is a bad guy. Believe me. It's true.
It is true. And you can subscribe to this channel by subscribing to this channel. It's true.